Hello, folks. This is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball guessing game. I'm updating my numbers to the drawing on January 25th, 2023. If you'd like to support my game, Decoding the Powerball, then please go to my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/Decoding the Powerball. Thank you, and please subscribe. Okay, so if you don't know, the object of my game is for you to correctly eliminate groups of numbers. There are 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. Only 5 numbers can come up as winners, so that means 64 numbers can't come up at all. So for me, I think it should be easier to pick the numbers that won't be coming up than the 5 that actually do. So let me show you how I update the strategies I came up with to help me do that. Okay, so in my last video I talked about the game card, and with this video I'm going to update these option cards here. Okay, so this is what I call group 4, and group 4, you can see that this mirrors the game card. So here's my game card, and this is where I actually eliminate numbers. Okay, so here with this group 4, what I do is I look for a 0. Okay, like here in this green right here, you can see this 0. That means that none of these green numbers came up in this drawing. Okay, so if I could correctly guess where 0 is going to be, I can eliminate all these green numbers off of the game card and reduce the numbers for myself, giving myself better odds at picking the 5 correct winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to jump right in and start updating. Okay, so the winning Powerball numbers for the last drawing were the 12, 31, 47, 58, and 60. That's all I'm concerned about is the 5 white numbers here. And the Powerball number was the 23. But again, I'm just concerned about the 5 white ball numbers. Okay, so it was, excuse me, it was the 12, which is in red. Then the 31 was in blue. And then the 47 was in orange. And the 58 and 60 were in green. Okay, so you can see that all 4 colors got hit. So this is what that 4 represents. And now I want to highlight the majority. Okay, so the reason why I have just 4 here is so I could put down what the majority is. So I couldn't do that with 5 color groups. I can only do it with 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so the majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to color that for green. So as I look through things, I can see that right here, this big thing of green, that tells me that the majority of the numbers have always been over here to the right side. And the right side happens to represent high numbers here. Okay, so again, I want to eliminate numbers. But with this here, since there's only 4 color groups and there's 5 white winning Powerball numbers, a lot of times I'll see something like this where all 3 of these will have a hit to it. So I use this any way I can. Okay, so if I think that a number is going to come up here, then I want to look for that number. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, so moving on, I got 7 of these option cards, and I'm going to do number 2 here. And I'm going to start off with the 12, which is in green. The 31 was in red. The 47 was in blue. And the 58 and 60 were in orange. So again, all 4 of these got a hit to it. And the majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to color this for green. Okay, so when I got kind of like a mismatch of 2 red and 1 green, I color this like a different color than if it was all red. Okay, so now I'm gonna color these in, and if it hit all three like this, I'm gonna color this a really dark red to just let me know that it's been really hot. And here I'm gonna color it just a little lesser red. So I had no blue marks. Here's a blue mark right here that tells me that there was a couple misses to it. That's what I'm always hoping for. There was no blue marks, so I'm going to color that black. And over here I had three of these really dark. So again, I'm going to use this any way I can. So this last drawing, I predicted that there was going to be a hit in this red area, and there was a hit in all four colors, so I got this right, but it was the 31 here. Okay, so moving on, option card number 3. I'm going to start in with the 12 and the 47 were both blue. Then the 31 and 58 were orange, and the 60 was green. So there was no winning Powerball numbers in the red area, and this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this 0 here, okay? So over here, it hit 3 out of the 4 colors, and the majority of the numbers are over here to the right side, so I'm going to color this 3 green. Okay, so here I thought there was going to be a hit in this orange area, and there was 2 of them, the 31, 58. So I got that correct as well. And here I got 2 zeros, so I'm going to color this blue. So here it had 3 hits, so I'm going to color it a really dark red. And here there was 2 hits, so I'm going to color it a lesser dark. So it was 2 of those really dark ones. I like to color the 2 blue. And over here I had 1 blue mark here. Okay, so you can see with this option card here, I had lots of blue marks here. Where the other 2 option cards, you can see that, well, this one's not too bad. But usually there's lots of zeros here. Okay, so moving on to option card number 4 out of 7. Again, the 12 was in the red area. Then the 31 was in orange. The 47 was in blue. And the 5860 was in green. So it hit all 4 colors. And the majority of the numbers were to the right side, where I'm going to color this for green. Okay, so here I got 2 hits, 2 out of 3 hits, so I'm going to color this a lighter red. And then here I got the 3 hit thing going on, so I'm going to color this a dark red. So I had 2 of those. And I had no blue marks. Okay, so moving on to number 5 out of 7. Again, the 12 was in orange and the 58 was in orange, so I had 2 orange hits. The 31 was in green, so I got 1 green hit. Then the 47 was blue, and the 60 was red. So again, I got this correct. I thought there was going to be a hit in the red, and there was with the 60. So here I got 2 of those 3 hit combinations. Now I have a 2 hit combination. and a 2 miss combination. So I had 1 blue mark, and over here it hit all 4 color groups, and the majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to color that for green. And I had a 2 hit of the 3 hit combination, I guess. Okay, so moving on to 6 out of 7. Again, the 12 was green. The 31 was blue. The 47 was red. And the 5860 were both orange. So again, I hit all 4 colors. The majority of the numbers were over to the right side, so I'm going to keep that for green. And here I had 3 of these 3 hit combinations here. And I had 0 blue marks. Okay, so the last one, the 12 is in the blue, the 47 was in the red, the 31 was in the orange, and the 5860 were in the green. So again, I hit all 4 colors. The majority of the numbers were to the right side, which I'm going to color that for green. So I had all 4 of these have triple digit hits. And here I like to color the 4 dark red. So again, I had no blue marks. And I predicted that one of these blue numbers were going to hit, and it was the 12. Okay, so here I like to have an overview of things. Okay, so I already wrote this down. And you can see that at the very end I have the total of things. Okay, so in the red area, I'll just show you real quick. I'm just going to concentrate on this red area. So I had 1 hit. Sorry about that. So I had 1 hit in the red. Here I have another hit. Here's the miss. So here's 3 hits, 1 miss. 4 hits, 1 miss. 5 hits, 1 miss. 6 hits, 1 miss. Okay, and that's how I'm going to write it down. 6 hits, 1 miss. And then for the rest of them, they all had hits to it. So when it hits all 7 like this, I like to highlight it. And if it doesn't have all 7 hits, then I like to make it a lesser red. Okay, so here, this tells me if there was any blue marks. You can see blue marks don't come up very often. And here I like to put down how many misses there were in all 7 option cards. There was only 1 miss, which hardly ever happens. And how many 7 zeros did I have? Okay, so how many option cards hit all 7 of them? You can see that there was 3, and that hardly ever happens as well. Okay, so as I head down, you can see that, I don't think there was ever a 1. There's a 2 right here. So here's 2 where 7 zeros came up, and that hardly ever happens where it hits 3 of them like this. Okay, so I'm expecting, at least here in the blue, I think there's going to be at least 1 or 2 misses. I don't think it's going to go 7-0 again. As I go back through the history of things, you can see that going 4 in a row hardly ever happens. So the thing is, can it go 5 in a row? Yeah, absolutely it can. Okay, this is where the betting comes in. Okay, I'm going to spend $3 on a Powerball ticket because I get the power play, so I'm going to bet $3, and I'm going to bet my $3 that this is not going to be a 7-0. Okay, so I think there's going to be at least 1, maybe even 2 misses here in the blue. Okay, another thing I look for is where a blue mark is. Okay, so you can see here in the red, here was a blue mark, the last blue mark. Here the green, blue, at least there was some blue marks here, but this orange hasn't had a blue mark in a while. Okay, so maybe it's going to be the orange that will have a blue mark. But for this drawing here, I'm going to be concentrating on the blue areas. Okay, so again, I'm not going to make my predictions right now. I'm going to wait for another video to do that after I update everything. But for you, I'm just going to go down through here. And again, as you can see, I like to break things down into 5 to see how many really dark reds there are compared to light reds. So I don't see anything that really stands out here for this option card. So option card number 2 here, this doesn't really stand out either. What would stand out to me is something like this, where you can see that there's been lots of hits in a row. That, it's been 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21 hits in a row, and finally at 22 drawings, it finally had a miss. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Another thing I'm looking for is something where it has just a long thing of hits to it in this row. Okay, so again, nothing really stands out. Okay, so nothing really stands out here either. Nothing's, popping right out at me to say, hey, I think this is going to be a miss. The only thing that I have noticed is when there's like 3 zeros in a row here, sometimes it will have a hit and then a 0 will come back up again. Over here looks pretty interesting with this green because I have a long thing of hits here. I got 5, 10, 12 hits in a row here. So maybe the 0 will be right here. Okay, so if anything, I kind of like this one the best because it has this long thing of hits. and it's a blue mark. Okay. So again, I'm not going to make my prediction right now, but that one kind of stands out to me. All right, so moving on to the next one, Group 6. Okay, so the thing about this Group 6 here is compared to Group 4, if I could get one of these Group 4s correct, I'm going to be able to knock out 17 numbers out of the 69. Okay, so that's a lot. This Group 6, I'll knock out less numbers, but I have a better chance of getting it correct, okay? Because I got 6 color groups and there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so I'm going to update this real quick. Okay, so I got the 12 is in the yellow, so I got 1 yellow. And then I got 2 green, the 3147. Then the 58 is in purple. And the 60 is in blue. Okay, so you can see I had 2 misses here. I got the red and the orange. That didn't have a Powerball number to it. So this hit 4 color groups out of 6. And the majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to keep this 4 green. And since all 4 of them are green, I'm going to make it a little bit darker than like this one right here. Okay, so again, this had 3 hits to it, so I'm going to make it a dark red. This had 2 misses, so I'm going to make it this blue. With a triple miss like this, I make it a little bit darker, so it kind of stands out. Okay, so how many blue marks did I have? I had 2 blue marks. Then over here, did I have a triple hit here? So I had 1 in the yellow, 1 in the blue, so I had 2 of those. And I had 1 000. Okay, so you can see with the triple hits here, there's usually 1 or 2 of them that come up per drawing. I mean, there's a couple of zeros here, but for the majority of the time, there's usually 1 or 2 of them. Alright, so over here with the triple zeros, you can see that there's more zeros than there are hits. So what I like to do is I like to use this one here. Okay, so when I get 2 of these hits, like I did with this blue mark here, with the blue area, the last drawing I said, I think there's going to be a hit here. Okay, and there was the 60. The 60 came up. Okay, so moving on, I have 7 of these option cards as well. So option card number 2, the 12 and the 60 were yellow. The 31 was orange. The 47 was green. And the 58 was red. Okay, so I thought there was going to be a hit here in the blue. There wasn't, so I got that wrong. Okay, so out of 6 color groups, I had 4 of them that had a hit to it. And the majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to color this 4 green. So I had a triple hit here. There's 2 hits, 2 hits, and 2 misses, and 2 misses. So how many blue marks did I have? I had 2. Now how many triple hits did I have? I had that 1 in the red, and triple zeros, I had none. Okay, so moving on. Option card number 3. The 12 and the 60 are in red. I thought it was going to be missed, but 2 of them came up. So I eliminated these 6 numbers and these 6 numbers off of my game card, and that's why I didn't win the Powerball number, because I knocked out the 12 and the 60 off of my game card. Okay, so moving on to 31, that's green. And then the 47, 58 were both purple. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the blue area, none in the orange, and no winning Powerball numbers in the yellow. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick the blue or the orange or the yellow or even all 3 of them. Okay, so there was 3 hits. The majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to keep this 3 green. So I had 2 blue marks. And over here, this is pretty rare that there was no triple hits, and there was no triple misses as well. Okay, excuse me 1 second. Okay, so moving on, option card number 4. Okay, so I had 1 in the blue, the 12, the 47, so I got 2 in the blue. I had 1 in the red, that 31. 58 is in the green, and the 60 is in the orange. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the purple and no winning Powerball numbers in the yellow. So I hit 4 colors, and the majority of the numbers were over here to the left side, so I'm going to keep this 4 red. Now in the last drawing, I thought that one of these yellow numbers were going to hit, and it didn't, so I got that wrong. And now I'm going to color these in. Okay, so how many triple hits did I have? I had 1. Triple zeros, I had 0. Over here, I had 1 blue mark. Okay, so moving on to number 5. I had 1 purple. Then I had 1 red, the 39. The 31, I mean. Then I had 1 blue, the 47. 1 orange, the 58. And 1 green, the 60. So I certainly don't like that when all 5 of them come up like that. I only had 1 miss, so all 5, there was 5 hits. And the majority of the numbers were to the left side, so I'm going to keep this 5 red. Okay, so I had 1 triple hit here. And I had 2 blue marks. And I had had no triple zeros. So again, I had 2 blue marks here. Okay, so I got 2 more to update. Okay, so here, option card number 6, I had 1 yellow. Now the blue means I thought it was going to be a miss. I thought it was going to be a 0. And the red, I thought it was going to be a hit, or a 1 or a 2 or whatever. Okay, so the 31 is blue. The 47 and 60 are green, and the 58 is purple. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the red or the orange. So I got these 2 mixed up. I should have had the red here and the blue here. And I got those wrong. Okay, so I got 1 triple 0. 1 triple hit, I'll call it. And then 2 out of 3 hits. And 2 out of 3 misses. So how many blue marks did I have? I had 2 blue marks. So I hit 4 out of the 6 color groups, and the majority of the numbers are over here to the right side, so I'm going to keep this 4 green. And I had 1 and 1. Okay, so for the last one, I have 1 in the orange to 12. The 31 was red. The 47 and 60 were both blue, and the 58 was green. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the purple, and no winning Powerball numbers in the yellow. So I hit 4 color groups. The majority of the numbers are to the left side, so I'm going to color this 4 red. So I have 2 out of 3 hits. So I had 2 blue marks. I had 0 triple hits and 0 triple misses. Okay, so I thought one of these yellow numbers were going to have a hit to it. I was wrong. None of those came up. And now for this, I'm going to count how many triple hits I had and how many triple misses. Okay, so I'm going to hit the home button and go right back to option card number 1. So I got 2 hits, I got 2 and 1. So that's 3 and 1. Still 3 and 1. 4 and 1. 5 and 1. 6 and 2. And that's it. So I had 6 and 2. Okay, so looking back through here, you can see that 6 is pretty on the low side. So hopefully there'll be a lot more. Okay, so again, I use this any way that I can to give me any kind of advantage that I could use to get the correct Powerball numbers. So I don't know, I'm thinking that this is going to be a higher number than 6, and you know, I use that information when I have 2 hits here. Okay, so now I'm going to put down the overview. Okay, so in this last drawing here in the red, I had 5 hits, 2 misses. The blue had 5 hits, 2 misses. The orange had 4 hits, 3 misses. The green had 7 hits, 0 misses. The purple had 4 hits, 3 misses. And the yellow had 3 hits, 4 misses. Okay, so when it's 5 and 2, I color this like a light red. When it's 4 and 3, I color it even lighter. And if it's 7-0, I color it a dark red. If it's more misses than hits, then I color it blue. Okay, so how many blue marks did I have? I had 1. And how many hits did I have overall? So I got 2, 4, 7, 10, 14. Okay, so this is all updated now. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to group 8 and then group 10. Okay, so here with group 8, I have 9 of these option cards. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit to update, but then with group 10, I only have 3 of these option cards. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in here. Okay, so the 12 was blue, 31 was green, okay, the 47 was yellow, the 58 and 60 were both turquoise. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the red, the orange, the purple, and the pink. So I hit 4 out of the 8 color groups, and the majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to color this for green. Okay, so I'm just going to do the 2s, just those 2. So a triple hit, I had 2 of them. And then the double zeros here, I'm going to color blue. So how many blue marks did I have? I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Then how many triple zeros? I had none. And how many triple hits did I have? I had 2. Okay, so here I thought it was going to be a miss. I didn't think any of these green numbers were going to come up, and I was wrong. And that's why I didn't win the Powerball. Okay, so moving on to option card number 2. I have 1 in the orange, the 12. 1 in the green, the 47. 1 in the purple, the 31. 1 in the yellow, the 58. And 1 in the pink, the 60. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the red, the blue, or the turquoise. So I hit 5 color groups, and the majority of the numbers were over here to the right side, so I'm going to color this 5 green. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the 2 misses. And there's only one of them. So I got a triple miss and a triple miss, so I got 2 of those. And then the rest were 2 out of 3 hits. Okay, so how many blue marks did I have? I had 1, 2, 3. Then over here, how many triple zeros did I have? I had 2 of them. How many triple hits? I'm sorry, the wrong button. I had none. Okay, so here I finally got one right. I said that I didn't think any of the turquoise numbers were going to come up. I got that right in the last drawing. Okay, so moving on to number 3. Okay, so the 12 is purple. 31 and 58 are both yellow. 47 is red. And the 60 is blue. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the orange, no winning Powerball numbers in the green, no winning Powerball numbers in the turquoise, and none in the pink. So I had 4 color groups that had a hit to it, and the majority of the numbers are over to the right side, so I'm going to keep this 4 green. So I had a triple hit, triple hit, and then I had a triple miss. Okay, so how many blue marks did I have total? I had 3. Then how many triple zeros did I have? I had 1. And how many triple hits? I had 2. Okay, so this last drawing I thought no blue numbers were going to come up, and the 60 came up, so I got that wrong. And that's why I didn't win the Powerball. Okay, so moving on to number 4. Okay, so I have 1 in the yellow, the 12. Then 1 in the green, the 31. Then 1 in the red, the 47. And then 2 in the pink, the 5860. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the blue, orange, purple, or turquoise. So I hit 4 colors, and the majority of the numbers are over here to the right side, so I'm going to keep this 4 green. So I had 1 triple hit, and I had 2 triple zeros, 1 double zero here, and then the rest were double hits. So how many blue marks do I have? I got 3 total. And how many triple zeros? I got 2. And triple hits, I got 1. Okay, so over here, I thought that no blue numbers were going to come up for this option card, and I got that correct. Okay, so looking at this, the triple zeros, you can see that for the majority of the time, there's a triple zero that comes up. Okay, so that's really helpful when I get down. So that's how I got that blue one correct. Okay, so moving on to 5 out of 9. I got 1 in the turquoise at 12. 1 in the green, the 31. 1 in the yellow, the 47. And then 2 in the orange, the 5860. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the red, the blue, the purple, or the pink. So I hit 4 colors, and the majority of the numbers are over here to the right side, or are they? No, over here to the left side. So I'm going to keep this 4 red. And now I'm going to color these in. So I got 2 of this color red right here. And then I have 1 triple hit. Okay, so how many blue marks do I have total? I got 5. How many triple zeros? I got none. How many triple hits? I got 1. Okay, so this last drawing, I thought that none of these green numbers were going to come up. I was wrong. And that's why I didn't win the Powerball. Okay, so moving on. Okay, I got 1 in the purple, the 12. I got 1 in the red, the 31. And I got 2 in the turquoise, the 4760. And the 58 is pink. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the blue, the orange, the green, and the yellow. So I hit 1, 2, 3, 4 color groups. The majority of the numbers are over here to the right side, so I'm going to keep that 4 green. And now I'm going to color these in. Okay, so I have 1 triple zero, and I have 1 triple hit. So how many blue marks do I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. How many triple zeros? I had 1. And how many triple hits? I had 1. Okay, so I thought this was going to have a hit to it in this yellow, and I was wrong. Okay, so moving on to number 7 out of 9, almost done here. Okay, so I have 2 in the red, the 1258. Then I have 1 in the yellow, the 31. 1 in the green, the 47. And 1 in the turquoise, the 60. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the blue, the orange, the purple, or the pink. So I hit 4 color groups, and the majority of the numbers are over to the left side, so I'm going to color this 4 red. Okay, so I have 1 triple zero, 2 triple zeros. And I had 1 triple hit. So how many blue marks do I have? I got 4. How many triple zeros do I have? I have 2. How many triple hits? I got 1. Okay, so the last drawing, I thought that there was going to be a miss here in the red. I was wrong. And again, that's why I didn't win the Powerball. Okay, so moving on to number 8. I got 3 in the orange, the 1258.60. I got 1 in the purple, the 31, and 1 in the pink, the 47. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the red, the blue, the green, the yellow, or the turquoise. So how many color groups did it hit? It hit 3, and the majority of the numbers were over to the left side. So I'm going to color this 3 red. Okay, so I'm going to color these in. So I had 1 triple zero, 2 triple zeros, and I had 1 triple hit. Okay, so how many blue marks did I have total? I had 4. How many triple zeros did I have? I had 2. Triple hits, I had 1. Okay, so the last drawing, I thought that there was going to be no blue numbers that came up. I was correct. And with this one, I thought there was going to be a green number that came up, and I was wrong. Okay, so moving on to the next one, the last one. Okay, so I got 2 in the turquoise, the 1258. Then I got 1 in the yellow, the 31. 1 in the purple, the 47. And 1 in the pink, the 60. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the red, no winning Powerball numbers in the blue, orange, or green. So I hit 4 colors. The majority of the numbers are over to the right side, so I'm going to color that 4 green. So I had 1 triple zero, and then I had 2 triple hits. Okay, so how many blue marks did I have? I had 4. Okay, so that's it. So again, the object of the game is to try to correct where these zeros are going to come up. So if I could have correctly guessed that none of these green numbers were going to come up, I could have eliminated all these green numbers off of my game card, and again reduced the numbers to give myself a better odds of getting the 5 correct winning Powerball numbers correct. Okay, so I'm going to do the overview here. See how many triple zeros came up and how many triple hits. So I'm going to hit the home button. It's going to bring me right back. So I got 0, 2, 2 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 8 to 8, 10 to 9, 11 to 11. Okay, so when it's double digits like that, I color this blue just to have it stand out. And same with the hits. Okay, so the overview of things. Okay, so in the red, I had 4 hits, 5 misses. The blue, I had 2 hits, 7 misses. The orange, I had 3 hits, 6 misses. The green, I had 5 hits, 4 misses. The purple, I had 5 hits, 4 misses. The yellow, I had 7 hits, 2 misses. The turquoise, I had 5 hits, 4 misses. In the pink, I had 5 hits, 4 misses. Okay, so if there's majority of misses, I color the background blue. Majority of the hits, I color the background red. Okay, so if it's 5 to 4, I color it a light red. And if it's more than that, I think it's 6 and 3, I color light red as well, but this is going to be a little bit darker. Okay, so if it's 8 and 1 or 9 and 0, I color that even a little bit darker. Okay, so how many blue marks did I have? I had 3 total. And as you go down and see, you can see that 3 is kind of, it doesn't come up very often. So I'm thinking this next drawing is probably going to be like a 5 or 6 or something. So I'm expecting 5 or 6 blue marks. Okay, so another thing I do to help myself out is I kind of highlight these things where it kind of flip-flops. Here you have 4 and 5, then the next one was 5 and 4. I see that as a flip-flop, so I'm going to just kind of highlight that. Okay, so now that's all updated. And again, I'm going to make another video of my predictions of where I think a 0 is going to be. Okay, so moving on to the last one, group 10. Again, I only have 3 of these option cards, so it should go pretty quick. Okay, so I have one in the orange, the 12. Then one purple, the 31. Then one pink, the 47. Then one blue, the 58. And one orange, actually I had 2 orange, the 12 and the 60. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the red, none in the green, none in the yellow, none in the turquoise, none in the brown, and none in the light blue. Okay, so you can see that I picked no winning Powerball numbers for the turquoise or the light blue, and I got both of those correct. So I got 2 triple zeros, and I got 2 triple hits, okay, so how many blue marks do I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I colored that 7 blue. Then how many color groups did I hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the majority of the numbers are over here to the left side, so I'm going to color that 4 red. Okay, so how many triple zeros? I only counted triple zeros here. Okay, so I had 2 of them. And I also had 2 triple hits, but again, the triple hits don't come up as much. Okay, so that one's updated, so moving on. Okay, so here I got the 12, 58, both in blue. The 31 is in pink. The 47 is in red. And the 60 is in brown. So I had no winning Powerball numbers in the orange, the green, the purple, the yellow, the turquoise, and the light blue. So how many color groups did it hit? It hit 4. The majority of the numbers are over here to the left side, so I'm going to color this 4 red. And now I'm going to color these in. So how many triple zeros did I have? I had 2 of them. Okay, so here I thought that no blue numbers were going to come up, and I got that wrong. I also thought no light blue, and I got that correct. So I keep telling myself, it's just best to try to pick one. One you got pretty good odds of making, but when you pick 2, the odds go way up that you're probably going to miss. And I did. Okay? So how many blue marks did I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that one's all updated. So the last one, number 3. I got 1, 2 red, the 12, 31. And I got 1 light blue, the 47. And then I got 2 orange, the 58, 60. So that means I had no winning Powerball numbers in the blue, none in the green, none in the purple, none in the yellow, none in the turquoise, none in the pink, and none in the brown. So how many got hit? How many colored groups got a hit? 3 of them. And the majority of the numbers are over here to the left side, so I'm going to color this 3 red. Okay, so I'm going to color these in. So how many triple zeros did I have? I have 1, 2, 3. So I had 3 triple zeros. And how many blue marks did I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my prediction for last drawing was no purple numbers were going to come up, and I got that correct. Okay, so now to go to the overview, well, I'm going to see how many triple zeros I had total. Now that this is all evened up here, so I have 2, 4, and 3 is 7. 7 triple zeros for all 3 of them. Okay, so now to do the overview here as well, and then I'll be done updating this. Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, so for the red, I had 1 hit, 2 misses. Blue, 2 hits, 1 miss. Orange, 2 hits, 1 miss. Green, 0 hits, 3 misses. Purple, 1 hit, 2 misses. Yellow, no hits, 3 misses. Turquoise, no hits, 3 misses. Pink, I had 2 hits, 1 miss. Brown, I had 1 hit, 2 misses. And light blue, I had 1 hit, 2 misses. Okay, so I'm going to color these in. Okay, so my prediction for last drawing was why I have this here on the light blue is I thought that this was going to be a 0, 3 here. And I got that wrong. Okay, it was the green, yellow, and turquoise. Now the reason why I picked that is because you can see it as you just kind of go across here. You have 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 3. 0, 3, 0, 3, you know, all pretty close to the top. And then the pink and the light blue are way down here. So, you know, I thought it was due to come up. So maybe it will be due to come up on the next drawing. So how many blue marks do I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 0, 3s do I have? I got 3 of them. And how many 3 zeros do I have? I got none. Okay, do I have anything that kind of flip-flopped? I got this. And that's it. So again, I'm going to highlight these. And that's it. So I'm done with this one. Okay, so what I also have is I got Decoding the Powerball number 2. Now how you get to these is you drop this down and then you hit this green mark over here, and then all these come up. Here's the original Decoding the Powerball, Powerball number 2, Powerball number 3. Okay, so Powerball number 2 is I have more here. Okay, so I'm going to make another video of updating this one, but I'm going to update this one real quick here. Okay, so I got the 12 in blue. Then I got the 31 in red, the 4760 in green, and the 58 is in orange. Okay, so I hit 4. The majority is to the right side, so I'm going to color that green. And that's all I have right now. Okay, so going to Powerball number 3. The reason why I have 3 of these is so, well, let me update this real quick. I have 1 purple, I'm not sure what's going on here. I guess something happened here. But anyways, I'll fix this up in a second. But anyways, when I update this, let me update this one here. I got 1 in the brown. And then I got 1 in the turquoise. 1 in the pink. 1 in the orange, the 58, and 1 in the green, the 60. So I had no winning Powerballs in the red, the blue, the purple, the yellow, and the light blue. Okay, so the reason why I do this, or I have 3 of them like this, is because, you know, the next drawing here I'm going to be putting colors to this, okay? So technically, this is like the easiest one to pick and get correct. Okay, when I go back to Powerball number 2, all I have is 1 number here out of 3. So this is a little bit harder to pick, but, you know, it's still better than this one here where I have no numbers at the top. So this is the hardest one to pick now. Now the next drawing comes up, I'll be putting a number here. And the next drawing comes up, I'll be having 2 numbers here. And the next drawing comes up, I'll be having 3 numbers here. Okay? So at least I'll always have this one here. Okay? I'll always have one of these things where I'm going to have 2 numbers at the top. And again, this is technically the best way to get things correct, okay? If that makes sense. Alright, so I'm done with this video. I'm going to make another video as I update Powerball number 2. And then I'm going to make a 3rd video updating Powerball number 3. And then I'm going to make a 4th video of my picks. Okay, so I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.